Good morning. In chapter 6, we are going to talk about how to find a general purpose and then just some general principles for selecting your topic. So we're going to look at four things: what general purposes are, ways to select a topic. We're going to discuss some techniques if you're just drawing a blank. And then finally, we're going to look at what a specific purpose statement is. So it's been a lot of things done over general purposes of public speaking, but in general, the general purpose refers to the broad goal in creating and presenting a speech. It doesn't have anything to do with your topic. It deals specifically with what your goal is with the audience. And overall, there are three main general purposes: to inform, to persuade, or to entertain. In terms of informative speeches, there are 6 different types of informative speeches about objects, events, people, concepts, issues, and processes. Remember, if your general purpose is to inform, the primary goal is to increase your audience's knowledge about something or how to do something. If your general purpose is to persuade, your goal is to change your audience's beliefs, behaviors, or attitudes. And as if you read in chapter 6, and we'll talk more when we get into persuasive speaking, but it can become very difficult to change core beliefs of an audience just because those are beliefs that are deeply ingrained. And then the final general purpose is to entertain. As it says, its primary goal is to entertain. These speeches can be informative or persuasive, but their overall goal is entertainment purposes. And so you'll see these in after dinner speeches, ceremonial speeches like toast and eulogies, or also inspirational speeches, if you think of speeches before a game or inspirational speakers that have come to your school. So some things you want to consider when selecting a topic is that you need to consider some constraints. The first is, what is the purpose of the speech? So in this class, the purpose of the speech is always going to be assigned to you. I'm going to tell you, you have to do an informative speech. So you need to consider, is your topic appropriate for an informative speech or a persuasive speech? The second important thing to consider is your audience. So does your topic matter to the audience? Is it relevant to the audience in some way? The third is to consider the context. So what is the purpose that you're giving this speech for? Where are you giving it at? What sort of things to surround that? So a speech that I gave at a graduation ceremony would not be the same type of speech that I gave at a town hall meeting. And then finally, you need to consider the time frame. So can I cover this speech in 5 to 7 minutes? Do I have enough content to fill that? Or do I need to narrow down my topic more or make it more broad? So usually you want to select a topic area and then narrow it down. So you want to ask yourself 3 questions. Does your topic match your general purpose? Is it appropriate for your audience and your context? And can you accomplish your goal in the allotted time? So a lot of times people get very bogged down in trying to choose a topic, and your book does offer some good strategies if you're in a place or you're drawing a blank. The first is to just look at your personal inventory. What are topics that you know about, are interested in? What hobbies do you have? What issues are you passionate about? All of those sorts of questions can help you generate some speech topics that you might use. Second, you can also look for topics in a variety of areas. Your book lists several of them. One of them, you can Google informative speech topics. You can look at what's newsworthy, all of those kind of things. You also may have times where you can pull your audience for interest and needs. So you may find, that the majority of your audience likes farming, or that the majority of your audience is from Pottsboro. So you may be able to find some connections and things that are there. And then last, in chapter 6, we're going to talk about a specific purpose. A specific purpose combines your general purpose with your audience and your topic. So for example, if it's an informative speech, it would be to inform my audience about your topic. So to inform my audience about fishing, or to persuade my audience to donate blood, or to entertain my audience by remembering the life of my grandma. All of those are examples of specific purpose statements based on the general purpose. You do want to make sure that your specific purpose is audience centered. So you want to make sure it's directed to the audience. that it matches the rhetorical situation, and all the rhetorical situation is the context, the time, and the audience that you're speaking to. It can be accomplished in the time limit and is clear. The biggest thing you can do in terms of choosing a topic is to choose something that you're interested in and that is connected to the audience in some way. Thanks.